I think how quick people forget. So many people in my comments may say, well, why is it that you dislike reality shows so much? So you're telling me that a reality show, when two women have a situationship, but then when a guy have a situationship on Oscars, Will's not forgiven and it should have never happened. But when you have two reality show people on a reality reunion, and then somehow, some way, Kenya forgives Portia, but why? Why would a woman forgive someone that put their hands on you? So I just saw a video of them hanging out. Hold on. I just saw a video of them hanging out, walking the streets, having a good old time. And my question is, what Will did, unacceptable. What Portia did to Kenya, unacceptable. Because you remember there was a bullhorn, and then someone had some kind of wand thing. And then later on, the women kind of forgave each other, had the pregnancy situation together, had a good old time. So people on reality shows can do XYZ because then you have Zeus too. And people are that forgiving that you can put your hands on me and I'm gonna forgive you. So the reason why I'm talking about this, because people will say, okay, now I get it. Now I get why she doesn't like reality TV. So yesterday we saw a video of Kenya and Portia walking the streets, singing to something, whatever. And we have that Dennis is saying to Portia, come on home, boo. And then you have Simon saying, we're going to fight this out in court. And then there may be a situationship if she is not able to film in the home. Why is she not wanting to film in a different home? Why don't she rent a condo to film in? Why don't she film in her mom's home? Because she's already filmed in her mom's home. So she doesn't want to go back to that. She wants something that's shiny, that's new. So Portia wanted that man, being Simon. Portia got that man. Now Portia's going through divorce with that man. And then you have Dennis that entered the chat, come on home, boo. So we have Kenya, Portia, who was friends, then got on a reunion, got into the scuttlebutt. And then you have Portia that kind of shade Kenya just last week. Well, I want to give her applause, but we'll wait and see what happens. So Portia's also trying to tell everybody about the new girls. Maybe the new girls team want a rollout for them. And that almost ruins that. So the biggest thing is, I've said it and I'll say it again. Simon has a right to say, no, don't come into my house to film, because if he owns the home, insurance wise, if anything happens to anybody on his property, they're not going to sue Portia. They're going to sue Simon because he's the owner. Not legal advice, not insurance advice. It's just common sense that the owner may not want people on his property. So you have Will and Chris Rock, who were friends. There should have been more security on that stage. Will should have never even been able to get up on that stage. Real talk. Real talk. So many people are saying, was that his embarrassing moment for his career? We allowed you to do XYZ. Now you have an embarrassing moment. You got people that's wearing dresses. You got people that's dancing in dresses. You got people acting in movies in dresses. Who knows what transpired, why Will did what he did. And it's being reported that it has affected Will's movie roles. I guess Bad Boy's supposed to come out. But the biggest thing is affected Will's career. But the biggest thing, Bravo wants to applaud Portia for her bad behavior. Like I keep telling y'all, go watch the last 4 or 5 episodes of Porsche Family Matters. You're going to see why I am surprised that Bravo wants to bring her back onto the show when Bravo knows that Porsha is problematic and she likes to grab things and grab people. Watch Porsche Family Matters. And then I'm surprised that Dennis is saying, come home, boo, and how Porsha treated Dennis's mom. So Porsha has a way of doing something to people and then them forgiving her at a later date, whether she plays victim or whatever. She has a way of having people forgive her for what she's done and the wrongdoing. Let me see if I can pull this clip. I have stuff, y'all. But let's talk about the Will Jada thing. Everybody disliked and said a lot about Jada in regards to Will Smith going on that stage. And then Jada said they were apart. Then Jada said we were together after what happened at the Oscars. And then she said, we have an agreement. So people was like, Jada, which one is it? I'm not quick to fool. I'm not. We get that Portia and Kenya want that money. So they're going to do a lot to get that money. So you got that they forgave each other. But if this is supposed to be Kenya's season to bring it, I'm surprised Kenya's not filing a complaint. That's what I'm surprised at, of what she experienced in regards to Candy being the leader. I would have a fit if somebody's trying to put something under my undergarments and another man or person is supposed to buzz my undergarments. Sorry, Bravo is problematic. And I don't know why people applaud them utilizing Black women to bring them money. I would love to see the producers show their life. I would love to see the producers. Let's get into their family life. But no, instead, Bravo is utilizing these women to make money off their backs, period. If Portia and Kenya want to forgive each other, that's their business. But nobody's going to put hands on me and I'm going to forgive you. But it's almost like they got them brainwashed that Portia can put her hands on Kenya. They get pregnant. They forgive each other. Now, Portia marries somebody's whole husband and everybody forgives her for that. And then Simon and Portia's going back and forth in regards to court. Simon says, I have proof of what and how she acts. Then you have Dennis, and Portia's probably mad that Dennis said, come home, boo, because there's so many allegations in regards to. But Portia wanted that man, and Portia got that man. Problem after problem after problem. I told y'all, in regards to Bravo, they like several situations. Poor relationship, going through a divorce. Do you have legal issues? Do you have law problems? Have you, Bravo loves that. Failed relationship. Let's act like we're in high school. Let's be nice to somebody. Then we're going to stab them in the back. And then you have the conversations of the women that are talking behind each other back. And it's like, oh, Kenya said Portia's house was nice, but the other day it looked nasty. So then Kenya goes out to dinner or Portia goes out to dinner. And then all of a sudden, hey, girl, yeah, I had a good time with Kenya. But girl, did you hear what she said about your house the other day? And then there's the gossip. So high school. They're not even focusing on these women and their family and businesses and helping the community. Oh, that don't sell. People like the problematic stuff. People like the problematic stuff. That's what gets them money. And then there's a shift that's happening. People are kind of tired of reality stuff because it's not reality. And then people get to choose what their storyline is going to be. So then you got that Dennis asked Bravo to give proof of what Portia said her storyline is going to be. Simon. Simon sent a document or core document trying to find out what Portia's storyline is going to be. Because you remember, information about Simon came out in January, February. Portia divorce announcement no, Porsha acceptance to go back on Bravo came out, and then Porsha's divorce information came out. So the biggest thing is Porsha's going through a divorce. Kenya went through a divorce. Eva went through a divorce. Cynthia went through a divorce. Drew may be going through a divorce. Hello, everybody. This is not bringing families together. And people act like, oh, we can't wait to see the drama. What? You can shame and put down Will and Jada and Chris Rock. But you act like reality TV stuff, and these people are having issues on stage in the reunions. People act like it's cool to see women acting this way. I'm not easily fooled. I'm not easily moved. It's concerning that Bravo is almost like a shut up and dance for this check. It's not painting them in a good light. Will and Chris Rock wasn't painted in a good light. They say Jada doesn't put Will in a good light. And many people are saying, why does Will stay? Let me see if I can find this clip. And I'm not going to say what the clip is. I might have to do a separate video because, baby. And many people are talking about Will Smith and how he is with his son, Jaden. And everybody's saying that's concerning. Old videos of Will kissing his son, Jaden, in the mouth. And he would get on interviews and jokingly kiss him. I don't understand why people applaud these famous people when they're doing concerning things in our face. Will kissing Jada in the mouth, Jaden in the mouth. Jaden walking behind Justin Bieber, dancing on him, and then he's kissing his neck. Holly weird, y'all. Holly weird. And then people are mad at Jada because she went on whatever interview. She did the interview, said me and Will are separated. Then 4 days later, she did another interview saying we trying to work it out. And we've been back together since the Oscar issue. Then she tried to make, and this is Hoda. She went on Hoda 3 times. People are not easily fooled. And they were like, Jada, please sit down. Then she tried to go on Hoda on the 3rd time and make it seem like Hoda got it wrong. Hoda didn't get it wrong, Jada. Hoda heard exactly what you said. And each time she was in a different outfit trying to paint this narrative. People in Hollywood, their teams have them out here looking so bad. Where's the moral compass? Where's the moral compass? Jada is not going to say something to Will Smith. Don't be kissing my child in interviews jokingly. Cut it out. Don't you think his friends are making fun of him that you're kissing your son in the mouth? Kiss him on the cheek, but you're kissing him in the mouth like you're kissing a woman and you're jokingly kissing me. Why did he act like that with Jada? That's the big question. Why didn't Will act like that with Jada? And there's so many different interviews of Will grabbing Jaden and kissing him in the mouth. And Jaden's like, stop, Dad, stop, Dad. Stop, Dad. And then if you check out my video in regards to Will grabbing, who's that other guy that used to do the dance? Alfonso Rivera. What's his name? The guy that used to do the show. Note in the comments, y'all. If you didn't see my video, it was Will grabbing Alfonso, pinching his chest, pinching his under his belly button. Will Smith is a trip, y'all. Check out that video when I posted Will Smith grabbing Alfonso's chest and grabbing below his belly button. Holly weird. It's so concerning. It's so concerning. So then when I saw that Kenya is willing to film maybe with Porsha, willing to make it right, Hollywood is something else. Hollywood is something else. And then it's almost like people, it's like how soon people forget. No ma'am, no ham, and no spam. That is why I don't like reality shows, because they don't paint them in a good light, and they're to get the check and be quiet. And then they post stuff. They do stuff for media attention, clicks, and views. All concerning. All concerning. And I told y'all before, Bravo loves, if you're going through a divorce, if you have poor relationships, you have poor morals, you have problems with the popos, you have legal issues. Bravo loves all that stuff. Look how many women, even on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, all the women that's gotten a divorce. Kenya Mike, Porsha Simon, Porsha and her first husband, Cynthia Bailey, and Mike Hill. Yeah. Eva and Mike. All these Mikes. What was Cynthia's husband's name? Mike Hill? And Eva was married to a Mike. And then Drew is going through a divorce with Ralph. All is so concerning. It's so, and people act like what Chris, and you'll hear people's videos about what Will did to Chris, but they don't act the same in regards to what Porsha did with Kenya. And let me not even talk about, let me swipe because this might even talk about what happened in regards to, who was I just about to say? I just swiped it too. Let me not even talk about Candy, Portia, and Phaedra. That was a concerning issue where all the ladies should have been wiped away from Real Housewives of Atlanta in regards to what was said. And then Candy says, oh, y'all want to say I got a dungeon? Well, let me go ahead and do a dungeon tour. Have people come out, buy my products. What are we talking about here? And then we have situation where people are saying women aren't respected. What goes on in regards to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Beverly Hills women would never. They like to drink though, but how they're treated on the Real Housewives of Atlanta is not the same how it's treated in regards to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Not even. And you got these pages that's saying, oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to see what Porsha do. I cannot even believe, this is the other thing, I can't even believe people say Portia's one of my favorites. How? Did you not see how she treated Dennis and his mom? Did you not see how she treated Candy? Did you not see how she treated Kenya? Did you not see how she treated Cynthia? How are pages saying Portia's one of their favorites? I turn it off immediately. I turn it off immediately. But then when other stuff is going on around the world, you talk about how men treat women and how they're disrespected, but you don't talk about how Bravo's disrespecting these women at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't get it. Reality TV is still acting or showing your life. But then you got a Will Smith, what he did to Chris, unacceptable. And people will talk about it. It's unacceptable. Will should not be able to film any movies. He shouldn't be able to do any. But then they'll get on their page and talk about Porsha and Kenya. Yeah, girl. Oh, I'm so excited to see y'all working together. What? It blows my mind that these producers don't turn the cameras on themselves and show their family life and how they're getting along. That's why I'm disgusted. Never tuned in and had Zeus downloaded. Now you got Ray J that's also doing a network that's showing a side that's not painting us in a good light. And then we wonder why people have so many legal issues. Your morals are jacked up because when you film in your real life, And then you got this person going to jail, that person going to jail, that person having legal issues. Portia laughed when she had said, a woman says, Portia, what is Portia going to do? Is she going to take somebody else's husband? And she said, I'll take yours. She laughs about taking somebody's husband. She laughs about it. And then you have people that saying, I want to see Portia's life. She's now richer. So you don't care that she took somebody? And then that's the distraction. Some people will say, you can't take somebody, man. You can. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It just, you go from page to page, and it's kind of like people forget how quickly they forget. Please like the video as you guys come in. How quickly people forget what happened. And then wasn't her first husband about to marry somebody else, didn't give the ring to his other fiance, he gave it to Portia. And it's no better. You got a Fallon and Jalen situation. They all were cheating and dating other people. And you got Simon saying, prove that I cheated. You were with Portia before your divorce. So let's play this. So yeah, I mean, she's laughing about taking somebody's husband. It was a fan in the comments that was saying, who Portia's, what husband will she take next? And she was basically saying to the fan, I'll take your husband. And people are supporting this foolishness. I can't believe when people say they're a fan of Portia. You're a fan of how she treats people? You're a fan of how she takes people's husbands? You're a fan because she's laughing. She was laughing at the downfall of Fallon and Jalen, but now, yeah, 8 months later, she's now going through a divorce from Simon. You're a fan of how Portia and Kenya acted on that stage. And didn't Portia get arrested? And then my concern is we see Kenya hanging out with Portia, and Kenya knows what she's done. And then you have Portia saying so-and-so's husband so she's okay with how Candy was treating the women on the trips. She was okay with having Bolo in that situation. What are we talking about here? That was all in. It was so concerning. It was so concerning for that whose bachelorette party was that? They had a swing. They had Bolo. They covered up the cameras. Okay, yeah, everybody's happy about how Bravo portrays them. I'm sorry. And I get people need to do their videos. I get that. But people shade Zeus, but they don't shade Bravo. They don't see how Bravo's treating these women. But it is these women's choices to go on Bravo and be portrayed the way they want to be portrayed. It's their choice. But you can't tell me when you look at Chris Rock and Will Smith of what happened on that stage, it's unacceptable. And many people talk about that. But how Porsha continues to treat people is unacceptable. What she did on the last 4 or 5 episodes, when they were at dinner and plates were thrown, I can say that. Plates were thrown. Equipment was damaged. But people are such fans of hers. You're fans of how she treats people? Come on. And then Simon is basically saying, this court issue may take time. This court issue may take time. Simon says something about, congratulations to Shamia. She's the only one that has a Rolls Royce. And then, of course, Kenya enters the chat. She's like, hold on. I have a Rolls Royce too. And I got my Rolls Royce from basically, she said, working hard. And hers, she owns hers. So I don't know if some of these women are out renting Rolls Royces. But Bravo loves for them to get media attention, clicks and views for a check. And it's their choice of what their storyline will be. It's their choice. It's their choice. It is. But you can't act like everything is cool. These women are hanging out. She literally grabbed her hair. And you remember when Nene was like, Porsha, be quiet. Porsha, be quiet. I'm trying to save your job. So you had a situationship with Kenya. You had a situationship with Cynthia. You had a situationship with Porsha. She had a situationship with Dennis and his mom. So it's okay to put hands on people and people are okay with it. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. So I just wanted to do a quick video. Simon is not backing down. He is going in. He is going in. He is going in. And it seems like Simon's lawyer is no joke. She is not to be played with. She is not to be played with. They are staying on top of these documents because he keeps saying we were married for, what did he say? 453 days. I guess it's showing it was a marriage of 14 months and not 15 months or 16 months, whatever it is. But you got to remember, Porsha has problems with numbers anyway. Remember she jokingly said something about, she should have said 365 days. I can't remember what the joke she said. But then she also did the joke about the Underground Railroad. So people are basically speaking up and speaking out that, and then people are saying, how is it that Andy, there was an investigation done in regards to Andy. And they're saying that everything's fine. The investigation cleared Andy's name. Now, where will Porsha film? Is she trying to film? And that's why she's trying to show hanging out with Kenya. Kenya has an opportunity to bring it and bring whatever, and then it's sad. It's so sad that you got people that are shading Kenya for having a business and how she's running her business. That's her business. She paying for that building. She can have that building for a good 12 months. And whatever she decides to do with that building, whatever. You got people driving by trying to get appointments. It's so weird and cringy. YouTube is interesting. And then people are like, stop stalking that lady. Stop shading her. That's you trying to get tea on the Real Housewives of Atlanta women, you want to shade her business? Do you have a business, or you just sit up talking on YouTube? Why are you going by her business almost every 2 weeks, every week? And I had to turn it off. It's like, this is stalking at its weirdest. Making an appointment and then saying, my appointment, I went and nobody was there. Well, let me try and make another appointment and see if I can get in. Being nosy. There's so much weird stuff going on. I'm sorry. I used to like that page, but now it is interesting. It is interesting to me that Kenya has a business. If she's paying for that business in her home, however she decides to run it, and you have to think, if Kenya doesn't have the right licensing, she don't want to be sued. And I say the same thing about Simon. If Simon doesn't want producers in his home, he probably don't want to be sued, because he probably has to have, maybe alleged, I don't know, maybe has to have additional insurance on the home if somebody gets injured. Some people's home isn't set, if it's your own. If Candy, let me see, if Porsha wants to film in her old house that she gifted her mom that house for a reason. She did. She gifted her mom house for a reason. And that's probably why she act the way she act. But whatever Kenya decides to do, it's almost like Kenya's a beautiful woman, beautiful hair. She has a beautiful daughter. It's sad in regards to what Mark Daly, okay, her husband was Mark, not Mike. Mark Daly put her through a lot. And it seems as if with Kenya, it was more so child support issues versus divorce situation. Because I don't think anybody's ever been able to find a divorce decree. And I don't know if it's because they got married, it was a destination wedding, who knows? But I don't know if people were able to pull that. Now, we'll say that it more so seems like Kenya was going through custody stuff. And it might have been divorce stuff, and maybe her stuff was sealed for a reason. Thank goodness. But whatever Kenya decides to do with her building, it's her building. People need to stop being weird, stalking, going over to her building. Well, I'm trying to make an appointment. Driving by, looking through windows, weird and cringy. I can't stand weird and cringy stuff. I can't stand it. And I don't understand why people ain't called that out. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Kenya did not send a cease and desist to that person. I'm very surprised. She should have. Stop coming by my building. Stop stalking me. Whatever my hour. And then they will pull up the hours. Okay, this is the hours of the business. Okay, I'm gonna go up there and see if it's open then. You're that pressed to make an appointment, to be that nosy. Oh, the hours change. Oh, the hours was this week. Oh, the hours didn't change. Now it's, oh, I probably should have went to the event when they had people up there, grand opening, whatever. And then look at the people making videos. They just random people making videos. So, poor Kenya. I would have sent a cease and desist. Real talk. Don't play with me about my business. Don't worry about when I'm open, when I'm closed. If you made an appointment, no. We're not going to be there that day. Because you would have been filming, shading, walking around, being nosy. No. I think that's kind of why I started doing videos, because I started seeing stuff in regards to bringing Porsha back. I was shocked. How are they bringing her back? I get why Candy is gone, because Candy want to put things in women undergarments and buzz them. Hello, that's not cool. That's not cool. And it was almost like they were helping Candy promote her businesses. Because don't Bravo get, isn't that a shut up and dance? Don't Bravo get a portion of what these women make? And if they have a product, Bravo gets a portion of that. What job do you know? You work at Fans. I'm just making up a company. This is alleged. You work at Fans. So you work at Fans. You have a YouTube page. Does Fans get money from your YouTube page? No. But I get they're saying if you promote over here, Bravo wants a portion of that. I don't understand why people don't talk about that either. How is Bravo able to get a portion of, and then Bethany Frankel was the one that said no. You should be able to get a portion of what I make. Bethany tried to assist Nene, and people weren't even happy about that. Nene finally has somebody on her side trying to help her, and then people weren't even happy that Bethany was trying to stick up for Nene. I wish Nene would just be at dinner with a friend around the time Real Housewives of Atlanta come on. People would tune in. They would actually probably lose viewership if Nene just went live having dinner with a friend. Real talk. A true friend. A true friend. But y'all don't see stuff. I see a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Whatever. This is the biggest thing too. What will Kenya's storyline be? Whether she is or isn't able to get the proper licensing or whatever she needs, to open the salon, have professional people taking care of the hair, licensed technicians, the insurance. There's probably stuff she has to have that she might not have maybe thought of because of XYZ. Sometimes opening up a business is different than having a hair care line. It's just put in stores. But for you to have a beauty salon, there's things that you have to go through. And you know what? People just have to be patient to allow her to go through with that. But see, Bravo has these women thinking, do stuff for clicks and views. And that's what they're doing. So sometimes you got the She by Sheree. She by Sheree tried to have a line and then tried to allege it looked like She by Sheree items came from Shein or something close to Shein or close to Amazon. It's kind of sad and embarrassing because then you also had Sheree taking pictures with Simon and then saying Sheree wants to be the next Gubadia. Maybe Sheree thought taking a picture with Simon would help her get on the show, because you remember Bravo gave Porsha a show after Porsha was with Dennis. Remember that picture? Porsha was with Dennis. Porsha was in the middle, and then she was holding on to Simon. And people were like, what in the world? What's going on? Bravo awarded her and gave her a show, and that show was a hot mess. The show not on right now, is it? No, because there were so many issues in regards to how they made Porsha look. But then they bring her back on the show. I told y'all before, Porsha had several jobs. She quit a lot of those jobs. And she probably quit a lot of those jobs to follow behind Simon and travel the world with Simon, because she was not going to let him cheat on her. What woman do you know? Now, mind you, she quit those jobs. Now she's trying to have and fight in court for her to film for her job in his home that he alleged owns. Free and clear, alleged. Her name is not on the deed. She still has her pages, whatever. She still has her pages, but she decided to quit those jobs. She did. He was hanging out with Porsha before he got his divorce. How soon people forget that they're not even talking about that. They're not even saying, girl, how you got him is how you're going to lose him. But if it was somebody else, they would be saying that. Shame on you. That's what you get. That's why you're having problems now. You took somebody else. They're focused on her being on the show. They're focused on her being on the show. And she just said, the fan asked, well, Porsha, will you be trying to take somebody else's man? And she said, yeah, yours. Yours. Oh, I just saw something, y'all. I'm gonna have to take care of this. I'm gonna have to take care of this. I'm gonna have to take care of that. Ooh wee. That's some hot tea. And that's truly hot. And it's just something I'm Okay. So I just wanted to do a quick video. I gotta research what this is and see what's going on. But I appreciate everyone being here. Bravo. Shame on them. Sorry. You don't paint a lot of these women in a good light. You're not, Bravo's not bringing a lot of families together. A lot of these women are getting divorced because the husband probably don't want to deal with how he's being portrayed, how the wife is being portrayed. They don't think sometimes about their kids. They're just on TV acting a stone cold fool. But it's a reality show, right? Almost very similar to Zeus. Almost very similar to what Ray J got going on. So what wishes to Kenya in regards to her being on the show, in regards to her businesses? Let's see what happens. But Kenya has not done a lot of stuff that Candy has. Kenya hasn't done a lot of stuff that Porsha has. I'm surprised she's trying to tie her image in with Porsha. It seems cool until it goes left. How many people have Porsha shaded, insulted, and done something to? And then all of a sudden, people want to get the clicks and views, then they kind of forgive her. No, we're okay until it goes left again. Sorry. Kenya need to be careful. She need to be careful because if she has these brand situations, she need to be very careful. And however she opens up her salon, it's her business. People need to stop going over there stalking that lady, trying to get an appointment just to be nosy. Leave that woman alone. If I was Kenya, I would have sent a cease and desist. Stay away from my business. Stop pulling up to my job. I mean, her business, looking inside, trying to make an appointment just to make videos. But anybody else, everybody be like, yeah, you stalking her. I wish somebody would be making videos coming up to my place of business and trying to make an appointment, and then I change the appointment and they're talking just to make videos. If I was Kenya, I would have sent a cease and desist. I would have. Stop being weird. Stop trying to follow me and what I'm doing and how often I'm at the job of business I'm trying to open. Whatever Kenya does, she has to pay rent on that place. Whether she opens it now or closes it next year, she has to pay rent on that place. And she had said, Kenya had said, this is something that I'm trying to create for my daughter. But this is what Bravo likes these women to do. Get themselves in a situation and it's side-eye, just like Sheree and She by Sheree. How hard is it to create stretchy pants and a workout top? What is that? What's that $24 you can get a pants set and a shirt? What is that outfit place? They were able to do it. What is that outfit place? Maybe I shouldn't say their name, but yeah, they were able to create it. You can get a top and a bottom for $24. They even got Chloe over there trying to promote those outfits. And maybe Sheree should have hooked up with them, but they probably didn't want to do that because many people say sometimes Sheree don't pay her bills. She'll ask a person to do XYZ and then she don't want to pay them. That's alleged. That's what some people say though. But maybe she should have collabed with somebody because that would have brought them business if she was a good business person. But well wishes to Kenya. Hopefully she'll be a good business person in regards to her salon, but she has to pay rent on that. She probably needs to get certain licensing and sit down with her attorney on what needs to happen to protect herself from opening up a salon. And maybe she's going to use that as a place where she can film and shoot. Who knows? Maybe she don't want production in her house, scraping it up, scarring it up, and have to get additional insurance or something. Who knows? And maybe insurance changes. You can insure the producers to come in your house, 2023, but then you got to maybe insure them to come into your house 2024. Whatever it is. But let's see what Kenya's storyline will be. Let's see what Porsha's storyline will be now. Is it her meeting the girls? Is it Porsha shading the girls? She's already did videos in regards to, I know this person, I've heard this about this person, and this person's husband. Thanks for tuning in. Everyone have a great day. Please like the video as you guys come in. Please like the video as you guys come in. Let me know how you feel about Porsha, Kenya, how you feel about what Will did to Chris Rock, unacceptable. How Jaden talks about Tupac and almost shades her husband. Hollywood, Hollyweird. People are just questioning, are these celebrities okay? Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? Are these reality people okay? You're okay with breaking up your family? It's not a success rate of being on a reality show. There's more breakup marriages than successful marriages. I just saw a video in regards to Joe and Melissa is one of the longest couples that's making it work. Joe and Melissa, congratulations to them. Joe and Melissa, Joe loves Melissa. Ooh wee. You could tell the way Joe looks at Melissa. He loves her. He adores her. They have their stuff. They do. Joe and Melissa have made it work. And they try not to embarrass their kids. But then you see on the other side, Joe's sister, Teresa, and what Teresa's husband did, Joe, and that he had to what? Remember, he went to jail. Teresa went to jail. Ladies, be careful what your husband has you signing. Don't just sign a document and not read it. Read the document. Read the document. And then, of course, Joe got deported because he didn't have proper citizenship. He probably didn't realize, he probably did, but he probably thought it was going to be a big deal. But if you got to focus on getting your citizenship, get it. Because we see they shipped Joe, Teresa's ex-husband, out of here. But yeah, when you look at Hollywood, Hollyweird, let's get into this. Will Smith friend, his ex-assistant and friend, who helped him in regards to promoting stuff, is being reported that Will's ex-friend, I can't think of his name, Bilal, something like that. Bilal is already in a lawsuit with either Will or Jada. But then he wants Will or Jada to sue him again, and he's going to show more proof of what he has on Will and Jada. What? I can't make this up. Mr. Bilal did an interview with Tasha K. I lost my earring. Mr. Bilal did an interview with Tasha K. That went viral. Then Mr. Bilal did an interview with Popcorn Planet. Go watch his interview. You have to have a subscription with Tasha K, but you can see clips. But go check out Mr. Bilal interview with Popcorn Planet. Then Mr. Bilal did another interview about how he dislikes Jada. And he kept saying, Jada, I want you to sue me. I want you to sue me, Jada, because I want to be able to bring in court all the receipts I got. Let me tell y'all something. The videos that Mr. Bilal showed is the videos I also showed in regards to Will grabbing Alfonso's chest and below his belly button. Bilal talked about that with Tasha K. Mr. Bilal showed the video I also showed when Will was giving Jada's brother a massage. What did he say? How did he say it? Only a man knows what a man needs. Will is something else in this industry. I don't know if more stuff's going to come out about Will, just like it is about Diddy. But yeah, man, Mr. Bilal has been spilling the TTT in regards to Will and Jada. And he said, Jada, sue me. You got 2 weeks to sue me. And then Mr. Bilal was supposed to go back on Tasha K and talk more. But it's interesting how he showed the videos in regards to Will grabbing Alfonso's chest and below his belly button. Yes. So keep an eye on Mr. Bilal going back on Tasha K and what that's going to be. Because you got to remember, did y'all check out the video when Jada was on the Breakfast Club and they were talking about Jada and Jada said, we're suing. And then You got to check the video. You got to go look it up. It's almost like Jada's team was telling Jada to be quiet. And Jada was like, no, we gonna do something about it. He's trying to extort. And everybody's like, extort. And it was almost like Jada's team was like, you saying too much, stop talking. And then either it was Charlemagne or it was DJ Envy says, oh, you can't talk about it. She was like, no, we can talk about it. I can talk about it. Really? Hollywood. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of things that's going on. We'll see if Mr. Bilal goes back on Tasha K. Oh, wait a minute. Did y'all catch that? Jaguar Wright was on Storm and Rose show, and Jaguar Wright was talking to Mr. Bilal. Go check out Storm and Rose channel. Storm and Rose had Jaguar on, and Mr. Bilal was recorded by Jaguar. And the recording was on Storm show yesterday. I watched that, and then they played it over and over again. You gotta go listen. When Jaguar records Mr. Bilal and they talking about the industry, go check that out. Let me see what else did I see yesterday, y'all. And yesterday was busy. I'm surprised I was able to hear all that. But yes, Mr. Bilal was talking about going back on Tasha K. Let's see what happens. Mr. Bilal allegedly wants Jada to sue him. But if they're already in litigations, how will you sue again? I don't know. Probably because he's already presented what he wanted for that case, and he can't bring additional stuff in for this case. Whatever. But yeah, Mr. Bilal said he's been well known, very famous, and he's been able to. Did y'all check out? Stuff is just coming up. I'm supposed to be taking care of something else, but wait a minute. Did y'all check out where Mr. Bilal said he had a deal with a company, and then he went to Will to promote the company, but then when they went to the party, Will was like, man, where's that product? Where's that product? We could do a video right now. He's like, oh man, I didn't bring the product. He's like, man, you should have brought the product. I could have made a video right now for you. So then Mr. Bilal said a month later, he has said, hey, Will, I have the product. And he was like, okay, send it to my team. And as soon as he said, send it to my team, and he said, send it to a certain lady, Mr. Bilal said he knew that it was going to go left and Will wouldn't support. Will wasn't going to support because somebody in that team was going to block it. So check this. Then Mr. Bilal said that same product, somehow, some way, that company went to Will, alleged, and Keke Palmer, alleged, to do a deal. So I get why Mr. Bilal was speaking up in regards to Will, Jada, and Will and Jada's team. I get it. I get it. So do you think celebrities, in regards to reward shows and how they act and how reality people act, you think it's okay and it's acceptable? Y'all let me know in the comments. Am I tripping? Should people feel a way about Porsha and how her actions have been over the last 10 years? Why is it that Bravo's giving her another opportunity when she's had bad behavior? We get sometimes for celebrities will have bad behavior. They have to walk away from the industry and then they come back. Then they come back. But I'm surprised that Kenya's trying to tie herself, because if you didn't see the video, Kenya and Portia is walking around strutting their stuff. And then there's a video, because remember, Simon had said, Portia's soon-to-be estranged husband, Simon has said, congratulations, Shamia, you'll be the only housewife with a Rolls Royce. And then Kenya entered the chat. So they're trying to beef up media to get over there. And Kenya was like, hold on. I got my own Rolls Royce. And I own it. She was kind of shading. And then a few days later, we saw Porsha in the Rolls Royce. Didn't Simon say he it was, not that Shamia would be the only one on the show with the Rolls Royce? Did we not see him say that? And then Porsha was dancing. Now that outfit she had on, no, but everybody's saying that was the most recent video, her still in the Rolls Royce. But Bravo's probably happy about all the stuff that's going on. They're probably happy about it. Women not getting along, shading each other, disrespecting each other. Bravo loves that. Just as you guys are coming in, like the video. Bravo loves when women don't get along. Bravo loves when people are getting divorced. Bravo loves if you got issues with the popos. Bravo loves if you disrespect your family. And then didn't I just see? Wait a minute. Did I just see Kim state that her and Croy might be back together? Did I see that correctly? Are Kim and Croy back together? Or did I see that Kim and Croy has to get along in regards to the house? But many people are saying, how is it that Kim and Croy are able to stay in that house? Different color, different shade. You would have been out of that house. Police being called, Kim crying, Croy fussing and arguing. But did I see something that said Kim and Croy are back together? I think I did. But well wishes. I was supposed to get off 10 minutes ago. I just saw something in regards to a post that was made, and I just have to read it. There's a lot of interviews that's going on. Some I tune into, some I don't, because some of the interviews, who has a good interview? Make It Make Sense has good interviews. Tasha K has good interviews. Storm has good interviews. He interviewed Lunel and Shannon Sharp. Baby, nobody interviews like Shannon Sharp right now. He's bringing in a lot of money in regards to his interview. But that Cat Williams interview, it was at what, 54 million? And then I think he might get an award for his interview with Cat Williams. But Cat told on everybody. Cat, and check this out. Go check out the Kevin Hart's special when he got the Mark Twain Award. And many people are talking about Monique didn't catch the joke. But that was a joke between two people. It wasn't just the lady saying Kevin, Kevin says he'll be there. There was another guy that kind of made a joke about Kevin not being there. He was in the hospital. They were going to put him in a certain section, and he had called Kevin, and Kevin was like, yeah, man, I'm going to call you back. I'm going to do something about that. And then the man was in the hospital saying, well, who is Kevin going to call? Mr. Fauci? And it's almost like the running joke is people will call Kevin for anything, and they expect for Kevin to fix their issues and problems. And Kevin's there for a lot of people. He is. I really enjoyed, but check out that video in regards to Kevin Hart, the Mark Twain on Netflix. Hilarious. It's a hilarious. I really liked Kevin Hart's speech towards the end. I really liked how Kevin had called out Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon made it seem that Eddie Murphy was going to come on stage. He actually was doing an actual intro. And Kevin Hart thought Eddie Murphy was going to come to his, ceremony at the Mark Twain thing. And Eddie Murphy wasn't there. Then he had said Angela Bassett's going to come out. And Angela Bassett wasn't there. So Kevin and Nick Cannon was kind of going back and forth. It was really funny. And so then Kevin saying thank you to all the comedians. And then he leaves out Nick Cannon. He leaves out, what's her name? The one he does a lot of movies with, Regina King. And he also leaves out another guy. And then Nick Cannon says, you forgot about me. And then Regina King's like, yeah, Kevin, you forgot about me too. And the other guy said, yeah, you forgot about me too. And then Kevin stops doing his speech and says, forget you, Nick. You had me thinking that Eddie Murphy was going to come on the stage. Forget you. I'm not happy about what you did. And then they talked about her Kevin had put out Nick Cannon's number for the world to see. Nick Cannon and Kevin Hart's friendship is so interesting. So there was Dave Chappelle, There was a bunch of comedians. Jimmy Fallon's tribute was funny. It was. There was a lot of funny moments, but to check this out. Check out the Mark Twain special. Check out how Kevin Hart, towards the end, thanked his wife, but he talked about his behavior, but he cried about his brother. Check it out. Chris Rock was there. Who else was there? There was somebody else that was there, and he was just thanking them. But check out how he thanks his wife towards the end. If I would have been the wife, I would have been like, Kevin, that speech, because he should have talked about her motherhood. She's a great mother. She helps me out when I'm traveling. He kind of more so made it about him and his behavior. And then it was a beautiful thing when Kevin said, I am a father. And he basically said, I am nothing without my kids. It was good. Chris Rock was there. He had a great speech for Kevin. But yeah, a lot of the comedians showed out. I liked Kevin Hart's speech to his brother. It was a beautiful speech to his brother. His brother stepped up when the mom became ill. His brother stepped up when his dad became ill. And Kevin had basically said to his brother, I'm nothing without you, bro. I'm nothing without you. It was a really good Mark Twain thing for Kevin Hart being honored. Okay, everyone, I'm happy that everybody's here. Like the video as you come in. What we were talking about was Kenya and Portia. There was a video yesterday that was posted that Kenya and Portia was walking around town making a video. Then we talked about why is it acceptable what happened in regards to Will Smith and Chris. Why are people acting like reality show people's behavior is unacceptable? And then why are so many couples breaking up and Portia and Bravo doesn't care about these families breaking up. Bravo paints these women and not in a good light, and it's concerning. And why aren't people more so speaking on that? So remember how remember how Nene had stated that people should not tune in. Will people still block out and do a blackout do a blackout in regards to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Will people tune in? This is the one thing. They're going to want people to tune in for a good 5-6 episodes. But if people only tune in to show 1 and 2, then people may not tune in to show 3 and 4 and 5. We'll see though. But yeah, we also talked about Porsha and Simon. Simon has been posting about Porsha and posting about the divorce. Simon has been posting a lot. Like the video as you guys come in. But yes, it's interesting to me of how Porsha and Simon are going through the divorce. She wanted that man. She got that man. She wanted that man. She got that man. And now she's going through a divorce with that man. Real talk. Real talk. And it's sad. No one wants anybody to go through divorce, but Simon is not backing down. He is something else. So let me know how you feel about Kenya and Portia's friendship. Let me know how you feel about what happened in regards to Chris and Will Smith. Let me know how you feel about Will Smith and Jada. We also talked about how Will Smith kissed Jaden in the mouth. And then we got Jaden that's dancing and grinding, hello, on Justin Bieber. So, of course, Chris Rock and Will Smith were friends. The joke he put out was not acceptable. He should not have been talking about her hair and calling her G.I. Jane. He shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have. Will Smith should not have been able to even get on that stage. Sorry. He should not have been able to get on that stage, everybody. I was just shocked that he was able to get on that stage. But let's see what happens in regards to the Real Housewives in Atlanta. Will Bravo paint these women in a good light? I am shocked when people say that they're fans of Porsha, when Porsha has not been respectful to people on the show. Look at the last 4 episodes in regards to Porsha, Dennis, and Dennis's mom. How are people saying they're supporting her? It's concerning to me. But how people aren't calling that out and how quick people forget. And Portia's one of their favorites. So you're okay what Porsha did to Kenya. You're okay what Porsha did to Cynthia. You're okay what Porsha did to Dennis. You're okay what Porsha did to Dennis's mom, and like I said, and I've been saying this, Dennis sat down with Simon, and Simon said he keeps the moving trucks on speed dial, and Portia still married that man. He said he keeps the moving trucks on speed dial. And now Simon and Portia are getting a divorce. But well wishes. I just need people to, just as they're frustrated with Will and Chris Rock, why are they acting like the reality people when they do something is so quickly forgiven? And you're fans of people that do XYZ? Same with Bravo. I am surprised that Bravo gave Portia a peach. I am. All that she's done, and if she's that great of a person, why didn't her show last? Why didn't Portia Family Matters show last? I'm just curious. Anybody else? Why didn't Portia's show last? Why do y'all think it didn't last? Why do you think Portia's show didn't last? Do you think Portia should have married Simon after he said, I keep moving trucks on speed dial? I'm just curious. Are you surprised that Dennis said, come on home, boo? Are y'all surprised that Dennis entered the chat? Yeah, when I saw Portia and Kenya walking around, and I get it, because Simon has slightly shaded saying that Shamia was going to be the only woman with a Rolls Royce. Kenya entered the chat and it's like, no, I have a Rolls Royce. I own mine, though. And she was basically saying she worked hard for it. So let me know how y'all feel about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. How y'all feel about any of the reality shows. Bravo loves for the women to have divorce concerns, poor relationship concerns, concerns with the popos, concerns shading people, disrespecting people. They don't pay them in a good light. And then I guess some people don't tune in if there isn't drama and conflict. So let me know y'all how y'all feel about all that. There's something that popped up into my feed. I got to get to it and see what's going on. It's definitely a trending topic. So I might go live again in about an hour. Oh, I was supposed to be somewhere. I was supposed to be somewhere at 10 o'clock, y'all. It's 10:23. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll get there. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Everyone, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notification. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Well, I won't talk about that. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications are turned on. I'll be bringing the tea. Some people be trying to take my tea, but people be knowing where the true comes from. Because I think outside the box, and I just want the best for people. My page, I just want the best for people, period. That's why when people are in the comments sometimes being rude, don't come over here doing that. Don't. We just have a conversation. And that's why the page has said, let's talk about it, Media 21. Because we're talking about what's being talked about. Hollywood, Hollyweird, concerning. Will Jada situationship, concerning. Porsha Kenya situation, concerning. Porsha going through divorce with this man, concerning. She wanted that man, she got that man, and now she going through divorce with that man. Everyone have a great day. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's loving, kind, and respectful. Like the video as you guys come in. Please like the video as you guys come in. Thanks for being here. Everyone have a great day. Goodbye.